Hey guys, I'm Amy and you've landed on Belle Loves Bargains. That's my cow Effingham, and sometimes he co-hosts with me. He's got a lot to say. This channel is Dollar Tree and only Dollar Tree. And why? Because everything at the Dollar Tree is $1.25, people. So stick around, consider subscribing, and don't forget to give me that big thumbs up. And if you want to know more about the 4 uploads I do every week, just check out the description box for more information. Enjoy! There's a loving in your eyes all the way down, 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 down. If I listen to your lies, would you say I'm a man without conviction? I'm a man who doesn't know how to sell a contradiction. You come and go. You come and go. Ready? Karma, 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 chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Love would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. I didn't hear your wicked words every day. Ba-na-nam-bum. Are you used to be, oh, and you used to be so sweet. I heard you say that my love was an addiction. When we cling, our love is strong. When you're gone forever. You string along. Ready? Karma, 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 chameleon. I can hear you guys. You come and go. You come and go. Love would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. One more time. Karma, 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 chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Love would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. Hi guys, welcome to Belle's Bargains. My name is Amy. I could totally hear you guys. Heard it. Red, gold, and green has nothing to do with what I'm going to show you today. Let me just say that. All right. You have landed on Totally Easy Tuesday. Effingham, say good morning. Effingham is sick. I know. Yeah. I'd give you medicine, but I can't. You just got a little something going on there, don't you? I mean, we might have to have surgery and get a new voice. I don't know. All right. Effingham, I think you should give your voice a rest. Just be quiet this video. All right. So, today I'm doing totally easy upscales from Dollar Tree stuff that is out right now. This video should have been out last week. I started the crafts last week. I didn't get to finish it. I had something going on with a friend. So anyway, what I'm trying to do right now is craft what I hauled in the same week. So if I haul it on Saturday, craft it that week or the next week at least. So it's very close so you guys can see stuff that's relevant and in the dollar store right now. That's my goal. I'm not saying it's going to work or stick. Don't know, but I'm going to try. Okay, so for those of you that are new to my channel, if you're just popping in, you just went by and went like, she looks interesting. I think I'll watch this video. Stick around. We have fun. And this channel is Dollar Tree, and only Dollar Tree. Do you want to know why? Because everything at the Dollar Tree is Effingham. Shh. Let me say it for you. Everything at the Dollar Tree is $1.25, people. $1.25. All right. So let's dive into, God, I did this the other day too. I forgot something. Let's dive in. So I'm going to show you in the order of how I love these things, but I'm going to start with the Saturday before last. It was Saturday before last. This was my craft after my haul. Now these are brand new at the Dollar Tree, these words, and it had like a half bead here, and I took it off and I just added the metal ribbon, which just took this to a whole nother level. I was like, oh my gosh. So that's pretty much, these are all things that I hauled this same, so it wasn't this last Saturday, it was Saturday before that. These are all things I hauled that Saturday, and just I've upscaled them to show you. It's so easy, and you can buy stuff, and just for, it's so easy that you can do this stuff. All right, so, oh my gosh, I forgot though. Dang it, I have to show you. Christy from Crafty Country, I will try and remember to link her channel down below, and she's a YouTube friend of mine. She sent me a shirt. Christy, this is so sweet. I can't believe I started to show my crafts without telling you guys about it. I just got it in the mail, and it says, stand back. I'm a professional $1.25 shopper. And on the back it says, I should have gotten another one, which is my favorite. I always say I should have gotten another one. Should have got another one. Why didn't I get more? Anyway, oh my gosh, Christy, you're so sweet. Thank you. I love this. Now, I've got to tell you guys, Christy and I are doing a box exchange. I got my box a month ago. It took me a month to get mine out to hers, but it just went out. She should have it this week. So maybe next week we'll have a mystery box creating challenge just between Christy and I, and we'll see how, that should be fun. Anyway, so Christy, thank you so very much. Obviously, I'll have to wear this when we do our challenge, right? I'm in love with this, and you know I'm going to cut the collar out though, right, Christy? You know, I always cut the collars out. But thank you so much. How sweet was that? And I should have gotten another one. Okay. All right, back to what I crafted this week. I can't believe I forgot to do that first thing, but that's okay. You know, this is real. This is live. I literally turn that camera on, and what you guys get is what you get. All right. So back to this. On that Saturday, I hauled this. This was my craft after the haul. And so today, let me show you in the order that I think I like them. I don't know, whichever. We don't know. All right, so this was something that I hauled, and it's super cute. It's like a beehive design, right? And in the video, you'll see it's all MDF, like the whole thing, and I couldn't stand it. So I Mod Podged on this really cool napkin, and oh my gosh, I'm watching Friday break into the catio. If you don't know the story, you guys, my cat, so we have a catio and the cats go outside, and then in the morning we just we'll let them go outside for like 15 minutes. Then we call him back in. Well, Friday doesn't always come back in. We call him because he's figured out how to break in, and I'm watching him do it. So he goes up and he pulls, he's so smart. He pries open this area to get into it. Well, I could lock him out, but then, anyway, okay. Sorry, that was random, like right in front of me. Well, very good, Friday. Thank you for not bringing anything dead in. Brought in a huge blue belly lizard the other day. Huge. Alive, thank goodness we got rid of it. Okay, back to this. So I Mod Podged on the back of it. I tell you in the video, I left it the 2-ply so that I would get a stronger, darker pattern on it. But this, I think, just sort of completes it. And I added the little flowers on because they complemented the colors in this. So if you just had this sitting on a shelf, you wouldn't see the back. I get that. But the sides you would. And the sides were just so bleh. Because it was just that MDF. I don't even have anything. Yeah, I do. Like this. It's just that this was just that MDF on the side. It was horrible, right? So I think this very simple. And also this cleaned up around the edges. And I did sand. Can you guys see that? I sand and I wore it down a little bit because when I'm sanding the Mod Podge stuff on, I knew I was going to do that. And I like the way it looks. Anyway, this was super simple. I love just this little pop of color on it because it's very boho with its black and white. And then just throwing this on. It's not really shabby. It's sort of shabby chic boho. Or boho. It's ho chic. It's ho chic. Is there such a thing? Don't be calling me that. Okay, I need more coffee, I think. I always forget this cup and I'll be drinking, and it's because it says, I am a ray of sunshine. I am this morning. All right, let's move along. So this is a twofer. So I started to make this one sign, and then I ended up switching it up. You'll see in the video, I'm not even going to explain it. So let's just talk about this sign, which I took. So the circle was normally in the middle here. these words are screwed on. Thank you, Dollar Tree. We can remove them. So I took the words off, put it in the microwave for 45 seconds so that I could remove this from its base. And I used shoe polish to whiten the whole MDF on this sign, so we weren't seeing all that. And in the end, you'll see this transformed a few times. I was like, first I was gonna put a rainbow on it, then I was gonna put believe, then I was gonna put home, and in the end, I put a star, and I love this. This was the best. So adding this galvanized star, in the video I talk about, I'd put a block here, there, now I've shown it to you. I did notch into the wood a little bit so that the star would sit in there, so this isn't gonna come off. And then just took the little wood stars that are from the tic-tac-toe game things that recently my bestie M&M sent me some, and I separated all the little wood parts. Love it. And look at how adding these little wood stars, how many are there, boys and girls? Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, shoot. I added an uneven amount of stars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it was 9. Yeah. So remember, I always say odd numbers. You're better off with odd numbers. So this is so cute and so balanced, I feel now. I love how it's balanced on its base, right? Because we've filled in the entire base. I'm going to show you in the next, no, not the next one. Or, yeah, I am going to show you in the next one. Well, I'll just do it now. So this was this one. All I did to this one was add the word home. But this one is balanced now because of how I put the home on there, centering it on the words, which I love this, by the way. Live, laugh, love, home. Yeah. So we took the same sort of thing and did 2 different things with it. I love them both. These are complete upscales from Dollar Tree. You'll see in the video, this home I started to use on this. Anyway, I love how this came out. So let's talk about just for a second. You see no video of me making this because all I did was glue home onto the sign. But you see me making this. I painted this, painted the home a dark color. But do you see how that pulls when I go over it with the metallic marker? How it pulls sort of a grain out of it. And I love the more homey, more country look that has on it now, that home. And I don't paint the sides. Why? Because these, on these wood words they've made us, the size, I love the size. They're dark, and so it really pops the word. It's very helpful. Okay, so this was so simple. I haven't even taken the sticker off this one. And I didn't do the back of this one. I just glued the word home on there because I did 3 different ways I did these signs, right? So I moved it over, added a star. Here's where I added a word. And the final one, which I absolutely love, where I added a garden. All right, so let's look at, can I get them all 3 up for you to see? Because these are just 3 completely different. Let's see. I think I can get it. Can I get it? Look at that, right? And they look so good. And they're all completely different and they're all super easy. But this last one that I did is my favorite one of these round signs. So I took the metal ribbon. I made like a little border for a garden. And you'll see in there. And added this greenery. You've watched it on the video. Look at how beautiful this looks now. Talk about an upscale. A huge upscale. It just looks amazing. But again, just taking these 3 signs that all looked identical except for their sayings, and just really switching them around. I really love on the star one how I took it off the round and put it off to one side. Okay. Yeah, those are really good upscales. I love these. So simple. And then the final upscale was the mate to the love, which I did last week, and then I did home. And I used that metal ribbon again, but then I used this ribbon, and look at how the words pop through on the weave. Yeah, so easy. I did not darken the sides on this because I just felt like we were in the same color family with this ribbon and the MDF. So I felt like I think I could just leave this one. I rarely do that. But because this is painted black, if I had darkened these, really, you would have lost the outline of the letters because the light color pops the letters. And you can barely see where I've added my pencil here on the outline of the letters. But I do that. I think it really helps. Like, just look between the M and the E there. It's sort of, even though you don't know you're seeing it, you're seeing it. So I love this one. But these were my 2 favorites. What were your favorites? I love them. So I kind of want this to be my thumbnail. Like, hey, will it work? Maybe. Okay. All right, guys. Wow, tour and ramble today. I gotta go. Gotta go to work. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video, watching how I make these upscales. They're so easy, you guys, but they are so pretty when we're done with them. I just can't believe they give us these amazing staples, and for just less than $1 more, you can make them look so amazing. So just remember that. I don't know, and I really liked just that I took them all sort of in a different direction. On Thursday's video, which is going to be boho, you're going to see that again, where I take 3 identical items and I take them in different directions. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the video. Everybody have a great day, great week, a great life. And as always, from your singing crafty crafter, happy hunting at your local Dollar Tree. Effingham, shh, rest your voice. We'll get it fixed. All right, guys, enjoy the rest. Thanks for watching. See you back here on Thursday for Themed Thursday. Doodles. I think this is really pretty, but it's unfinished. I got the label off. Like, it's just unfinished, like just the front, and it stands. So I think it could be just really beautiful all on its own. But I think, I don't know how this is going to look, but in my head, I'm thinking that Mod Podging this colorful pattern over it is gonna pop. Now I'm doing it. I don't like it. Nope. Gonna try something else. It's this one. Okay, so this is a napkin that I bought a while ago. Actually Mod Podged a truck with it. Super cool. And so this is gonna look incredible. Mod Podging all the way around this, and then just popping the words here. I really want to try and get this off, but I'm worried. Like, I'll take it off and then mess it up, because I'd like to, like, color that in, you know? But I don't think I'm going to go that far. I don't want to ruin it. So instead, I'm just going to Mod Podge this all over it. Yeah, so let's create. I took the napkin and just cut out the square that had the design on it. But this is 2-ply, but I left it. I didn't make it 1-ply because I wanted it just a little bit thicker going on so that it would really cover. So that's just an FYI. You can do it however you want. Anyway, so it basically took 3 napkins because I cut that pattern square out of 3 napkins and put them on the 3 sections of this. And then I had to cut a strip or 2 to add on to the places where, as you fold it over on the edges, it needed just a little bit more. And because this thing was sort of off the frame part of the 3 sections, the very top part, there were some like tricky areas where I was trying to get the Mod Podge down into the little crevices so that it would cover all that up. So we would see no MDF when we were done. Anyway, so a lot of Mod Podging and painting it on and so on and so forth. And just ripped away some of the napkin here because it was overlaying. I didn't need to overlay that much. Alright. Then after that, I let it dry. Because I was the 2-ply, you guys, just FYI, it takes a little bit longer to dry. You just have thicker paper that you've got covered with Mod Podge, right? And then I just sanded it. I want you guys to notice too, this is part of why I just went with the 2-ply and not the 1, is that it appears to be pretty dark pattern when you're done because I didn't lighten up the background, right? The MDF is a brown. And so I really wanted sort of that darker, more, I don't know what the word I want, warm color tones. And then just did a lot of sanding here to get it all sanded off, but then I sanded all over that top of the wood so it would have some aged, worn effect to it, because as I was sanding, of course, I knew I was going to damage that wood some. So I just used that and went along with that. Then taking 3 of these wood roses, I twist the ends on my paintbrush so there's like a curlicue, and then just bunch them together as 3. I picked this color because it complemented the napkin in the back. Not that you really see it, but now you could put this piece someplace where both sides would be seen. It would be fine. And now the edges are done, which, I mean, it makes a difference when you're standing it up as a decor piece somewhere, right? To see those MDF sides just looks unfinished. It does look kind of cool, like in the back. All right, let's go on to this next one, which ended up being 2 projects in one. They have these new round signs on the stands. I gotta get this off. Look at that. Oh, it's coming off. Thank goodness. Okay. So I'm gonna remove the round and move it down because I want to add this, and I want this to fit into the stand. And it's gonna be a little thing that says follow your dreams with like a light up rainbow. And I just think that this pattern is cute, and I'm gonna sort of monotone the rainbow, nothing too bright. Yeah, so that's it. Well, this didn't end up the way I thought it was going to at all. All right, so I took off the dreams, I put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds, and that brown piece came right out of the track. So then I was like, first I thought the word believe looked kind of cool on there, which it did, and then I was going to do that, so I sanded all the way around, and then I thought that maybe home would look better. In the end, obviously that's not what I did at all, but I did do this. I took the white shoe polish and colored the back of this so it wasn't so, you know, unfinished. And then when I turned it over and I painted the home, well, you guys will see. So I get a color and I paint this home, which actually complemented the color of this sign very well. In real life, though, it didn't quite look right. It was almost too dark. But as I'm looking at it here, I was like, I don't know, it looked kind of good. Anyway, it doesn't matter because that's not what I ended up doing. So I paint this home, and then I decided I needed to lighten it up just a little bit. So I take the shoe polish and I go over it. I think I do the shoe polish. I do the shoe polish at first. So now I'm going to do the edges of the sign with that shoe polish. And it was dripping all over as I was doing it because of how this stuff works. It doesn't really matter. It cleans up super easy as long as you don't leave it. If you leave it, it dries and then it's adhered to whatever. So as it's dripping there, I'm picking it up and then I just take a wipe and wipe it all off. Okay, and this is where I've pulled out the stars because I think adding stars on this, 3-dimensionalizing some of those stars is going to be a nice little touch, which takes me down a whole nother direction, right? So this is where I decide that home is maybe a little too dark, put the white over it, and then I take my stars, I shoe polish some stars to put on it, and that bare wood soaks up anything you put on it pretty quickly. But what the shoe polish does is acts as like the first coat. So then I took my metallic marker, which is a brighter white, and went over those stars. And then after I did that, I took that metallic marker and went over the home. Now painting it the dark first did tone down that white quite a bit and gave it more of a country white. Gosh, I'm not even sure that makes sense. Anyway, so after I wiped down the sign one more time and caused an earthquake for the camera here, wiping up my workstation, I glued that circle in. Now we're off-centered and we're just as far to the right as we can go. I take home and my stars and I glue it all on there. And then I left, and I came back and just decided to change it. Well, basically, actually, home fell off. The gluing it with the hot glue wasn't strong enough, so it fell off. And then I was like, wait a second, this just doesn't look quite right. I'm gonna just go with the whole star theme. So instead, after I glued my stars down, and I let it go for a couple of days, and then I came back to it, that's when I was like, no, this doesn't look right. So there's one option. So then I decide I'm going to put this star on it. Now, actually those half beads did look good on it as well. I didn't end up using them, but they did look good. So what I did here was I'm just trying to put a little notch in the stand so that I can put that star on there and it will stay in place. What you don't see on camera is that I also put a little block on the sign, in between the sign and the star, to stand it out from there. So putting this little notch in was just a little added support for that galvanized star. By the way, these are pretty flimsy. They do bend very easily, so just be very careful. I went to push it in, sort of bent my star. It's right there, and now I'm trying to straighten it out. So I put a little cement in there when I glued that star down, and then a wood block behind it. Now I'm going to try and straighten that leg of the star out. Did I go off camera here? Sorry. Just putting it on the edge, trying to get it straight. Anyway, so I glue that star and use a little cement, a little hot glue, and I put the block behind it. Sorry, you don't see the block, but I did put just one of those square blocks behind it to keep it the distance away from the frame. And then added just a few more of the stars. So I did use the metallic marker to paint them white, and then just added a few more of those on there. In the end, I like this a lot better than when it had the home on it. I think this is very sort of pre-teenish little girl's room kind of sign. Anyway, came out really cute. But then what I did was, you get a second sign, because after I did that, I had the home all done, and I was like, oh, I think the home looks really good with the other one. So I just took the home and put it here, and voila, I got two signs. So, and I just glued the home on there. That's all I did on this sign. But it looks good. Alright, then we went on to this home sign, and I absolutely love how this one came out. Here's the home sign that I just bought. So I'm going to take this and remove this, and I don't even think I'm going to paint the sides on this one. I think I'm going to leave it because I like how this color is similar to this. So anyway, and I'm going to use this ribbon, which is pretty similar to that. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put a ribbon down here, but I'm going to string this through it. So prying off those half beads, which of course I'm saving because I will use them in another project. Sanded that down just a little bit. I wanted to get it kind of even there. Now I do this, it's just a pencil, but I make my line so I know where that straight line is when I put the ribbon on. And then I complete the outline of the letters. It's not super obvious, but it's just obvious enough. It gave it just a little bit of dimension there. I did not paint the sides of this, the MDF or anything on this, because of the color of the ribbon. It like matches it, and so it looks okay on this particular project. I measured out my metal ribbon, and then I started weaving in my ribbon, the Live, Laugh, Love. The words fit perfectly in between the weaves, so I made sure that I pulled it through so that you were seeing a word on the ribbon, and then trimmed that off and took some I don't know, there some all-purpose cement glue stuff that I got at Dollar Tree, put that on in the sections, and then a little hot glue on the ends, because of course I can hot glue the ribbon down here, which is going to hold that down as well. Then I did let it dry for a little bit, and this one is all done, and I absolutely love this. So see what I'm saying on how on the home the MDF color is fine with the ribbon. Okay, my favorite one. Here we go. Right, here's like the last of the signs that I'm going to do, And I'm gonna add some metal ribbon around here and some like greenery. So first I think I'm gonna darken everything. Well, the edges of this at least. And they kind of need to be sanded. So I think I'll like, I think I might use some paint or a marker or a furniture marker. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to darken the edges and then I'm going to sand because the paper is not on there evenly. And then I'll put my ribbon on and then some greenery. So first I do darken the whole thing, and I used a furniture marker. Just because that does give it a complete look always. So furniture marker, the whole thing, front and back, all over. I don't know why I film all this. You guys don't need to watch me do that. I didn't do the back actually, do the back. And then I just sanded because the paper is never centered correctly on these things. That's fine, it's no big deal to sand around them and get that cleaned up. And then I chose this metal ribbon because of the almost arrowhead design on the top of it, which I felt that sort of mimicked the arrow that was on there. So I used some of my Dollar Tree cement stuff, glue it down, and I used a little hot glue to help it really quickly glue down or hold in place. Then some hot glue and some Spanish moss. I hate Spanish moss, but I do use it every now and again. It's so messy. Get that all cleaned up, and I start cutting my greens, my little garden. And I pulled most of this out of my stash. I didn't have enough miniature florals in my, and when I say stash, I mean like my leftover pick stuff. I have a shoebox full of leftover pick stuff. Things that just didn't, you know, on a pick that didn't get used or whatever, little pieces that are left, and I throw it in the shoebox. So I did most of this with that, but I couldn't find any like miniature colored stuff. So I did go into my regular stash and pulled out a pick, a full pick, to put the little florals on here, which are little purple florals. So there's those. These I didn't use the purple though. I just used sort of the white bloomy bud things on it. Then I thought about yellow, didn't do that. Then I pulled the dark purple ones out of this. I will buy floral picks at the Dollar Tree just based on the fact that they're miniature things that I can use for stuff like this, which I have a tendency to do a lot of. Anyway, this is my favorite. I think it's so cute. Alright you guys, so you have to tell me which one was your favorite. I think this came out really good. I loved using the metal ribbon again. I do love that stuff. I think it's amazing. I hope it comes out every year. And well, there you go. So which one was your favorite? These were total upscales from Dollar Tree Staples. Brand new. These are in the stores right now. You can go get all of these. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Besties, I love you. And I will see you back here on Themed Thursday. Don't forget in the comments below, tell me which one's your favorite. Give me a great big thumbs up. And if you're new, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.